Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel English Carnival, a journey of learning with joy. Friends, today I have come up with the most interesting and most inspiring genre of literature which always gives us the feeling of contentment and happiness in almost all phases of life. Friends, this is the genre which always tries to make us positive if somewhere we switch towards the negative shades of life. Friends, we should never forget the lines quoted by P.B. Shelley, if winter comes, can spring be far behind. So friends, this is the genre. It is nothing but a kind of binding part of our lives, and it has to be there. It is going to be there in almost all scenarios and all circumstances of our lives, just like the Humsafar or Humsaya. Friends, it is none other than the most crucial genre, most significant genre of literature, and that is poetry. And today we are going to explore lyric and sonnet. Friends, but before we proceed, I request you to subscribe the channel if you have not subscribed the channel yet, and press the bell icon so that you may get the notifications of uploaded videos in coming days. Friends, here we rightly recall, or I would like to share the line stated or quoted by Robert Frost, where he says, "Poetry takes birth when an emotion has found its thought and the thought has found words." So friends, these are the words which always boost us. These are the words which always inspire us. These are the words which always help us to lead the life, to live the life in positive manner. So friends, without wasting much time, let's explore what exactly these two poetical types are, and those are lyric and sonnet. Let's begin. Friends, lyric or lyric poetry is one of the prominent genres of poetry, whereas dramatic lyric and narrative lyric are there in the chain as other two genres of poetry. Friends, here the sonnet is considered as a form of lyrical poetry. So friends, let's see these two forms of poetry in detail and begin with the first, that is lyric. Friends, many times it happens with you and me. Many times it happens almost with every individual when we come across with our favorite song in our day-to-day lives, and immediately without bothering our surrounding we start to sing that particular song silently. Friends, this is nothing but we sing a poem, and all songs almost deserve to be called as poetry. As far as the existence of the earliest lyric poetry is concerned, it can be explored right back from 2600 BC. Friends, the Egyptian pyramids text have the proof of different kinds of lyrics, such as funeral songs, the songs of admiration or praise for the king, pray to the Almighty, and so on. Friends, lyric is the favorite form of poetry with Roman and medieval Latin poets. Friends, here we have Catullus, Ovid, Virgil, we have Paulinus, and other names who are associated with Greek, Roman, and Latin. Friends, here when we think about the origin of this form of poetry, then the word lyric is associated with a musical instrument called lyre, which is called lyra in its original form in Greek. Friends, in ancient Greek, lyric is a song to be sung to the accompaniment of a lyre and could be choral lyric sung by a group, and that group is called as chorus. Friends, when we think about its definition, then the Oxford Dictionary gives us the definition as: lyric is the name of short poem, usually divided into stanza forms and directly expressing the poet's own thoughts and sentiments. Whereas Chris Baldick says lyric is any fairly short poem expressing the personal mood, feelings, or meditation of a single speaker. Friends, there are certain subcategories or types of this form of poetry, and we are going to explore those subcategories in brief. Here we have to begin with the first, and that is elegy. So, friends, here elegy is a formal lament on the occasion of a death of a particular person, and we have the example of Thomas Gray's elegy written in a country churchyard, which was published in 1751. Second, we have ode. Friends, an ode is a long lyric poem with a serious subject written in an elevated style. And we have the example of Keats' Ode to a Grecian Urn, which was published in 1819. After this, we have sonnet. We are going to discuss this part in detail later on, but here we have example, and that is Sydney's Astrophel and Stella. Friends, the sonnet is a form of lyric, but it was originally a love poem which dealt with the lover's suffering and hopes. After this, we have another subcategory, and that is dramatic monologue. Friends, in a dramatic monologue, a speaker, who is not the author of course, makes a speech in a specific situation and at a critical moment as well, without intending to do so. The speaker reveals aspects of his temperament and character too. And we have the example, renowned example, Robert Browning's My Last Duchess. After this, we have occasional verse or occasional poetry. Friends, these kinds of occasional verse or poetry is written for a specific purpose, highlighting a particular occasions like wedding or death. And here we have the example of Edmund Spenser's Epithalamium, which was published in 1595. Friends, besides all these types, there are some features as well, or the features of this form called lyric, which are supposed to be understood. We are supposed to take into account those features as well, and those are: lyric is usually short and personal. It expresses the emotions and thoughts of the poet. It is divided into a number of stanzas. It is sung to the music of a guitar or lyre. It is different from the dramatic or narrative verse, and in lyric, friends, the basic emphasis is given on feeling rather than thought. Friends, when we think about certain examples of this poetic form, then we have the names like Petrarch, Thomas Watt, William Shakespeare, Edmund Spenser, John Donne, Milton, P.B. Shelley, Keats, W.B. Yeats, Coleridge, Wordsworth, and many more. Friends, all these poets have contributed their beautiful compositions to the literature right from the era or phase called Renaissance to the 20th century. But still, friends, here, for the sake of your convenience, for the sake of your understanding, I have mentioned few examples, and those are William Shakespeare's Sonnet number 18, Edmund Waller's Go Lovely Rose. As far as this piece of composition called Go Lovely Rose is concerned, it's all about in which poet speaks to the rose he is sending to his love, whereas Emily Dickinson's I Felt a Funeral in My Brain is about a journey of a person going insane. And the next example, the last one, that is John Keats' When I Have Fears. Friends, lyric can be composed in almost any meter and on almost any or every subject, although the most usual emotions presented are those of love and pain. So, friends, after having seen these details of lyric, we are going to see the details of next part of this presentation, and that is sonnet. Friends, sonnet is one of the subcategories of lyric, and as we have already discussed it, seen it. This is one of the most disciplined and toughest category of poetry, but this form has become very popular because of its crucial facet, and that is the facet of flexibility. Because of this, it expresses different issues, particularly the expression of a single feeling or thought with its short length composition. But it's very strict as far as its rhyme scheme or rhythm is concerned. Friends, when we think about its origin, then we need to explore the past phases, that is 14th century Italian poet Francesco Petrarch. He is recognized as the creator and master of this literary form. Friends, the term sonnet that we are dealing with derives from the Italian word sonetto, which means a little sound or song or small lyric. Friends, when we talk about its definition, then it can be defined as a one stanza 14-line poem written in iambic pentameter. Friends, on the other hand, it can also be described or defined as sonnet is a verse form of 14 lines, usually of iambic pentameter, with an elaborate or complex rhyme scheme. Friends, there are some subcategories or types of this genre and that we are going to explore in brief. Friends, sonnet can be categorized into certain major groups, and at first we have Italian sonnets. Friends, here we have the example of Vision composed by Francesco Petrarch. So here this example Vision, it consists of 366 poems, and all composition or all poems are about lady character, that is Lyra. Friends, the poetic verse composed in this Italian sonnet is in iambic pentameter and divided into two parts: octave having 8 lines and sestet having 6 lines. As far as the rhyme scheme of this Italian sonnet is concerned, so it is like A B B A A B B A C D E C D E or C D C D C D. Then we have English or Shakespearean sonnets, where we have the example of Shakespeare's sonnet first. Shakespearean sonnet, friends, is generally written in iambic pentameter, in which there are 10 syllables in each lines, and rhyme scheme of this Shakespearean or English sonnet is AB AB CD CD EF EF G G. Then we have Spenserian sonnet, and here the example of Spenser's Amorti is there. As far as this form or Spenserian sonnet is concerned, it is like British or Shakespearean sonnet. Friends, Spenser was the first poet who modified the Petrarchan form and introduced new rhyme scheme as AB AB BA BC CD CD E E. Then we have Miltonic sonnet, and the example of John Milton's sonnet number 7 on his being arrived to the age of 23. Friends, Milton's sonnets follow the same rhyme scheme and structure of Petrarchan sonnet. Its rhyme scheme is AB BA AB BA CD EC DE. Milton sonnets deals with different themes like politics, morality, and so on. Friends, besides, there are some other types of sonnets like Tesa sonnets, modern sonnets, curtal sonnets, and so on. Now, friends, the last part, and that's about its examples. Friends, we have seen many examples of sonnet so far with respect to its type and all, but still we can have few more examples. There were some poets who wrote connected series of sonnets, which is known as sonnet sequence or sonnet cycle. So friends, for the sake of your convenience, I am going to mention over here few examples, and those are Sydney's Astrophel and Stella, Spenser's Amorti, Shakespeare's sonnets, Browning's Elizabeth Browning's sonnets from the Portuguese, and W.H. Auden in Time of War. So, friends, these are some examples of the renowned poetic form that is sonnet. Thank you, friends. Thank you for watching the video on lyric and sonnet. I'm sure you have understood what exactly does lyric mean and what does sonnet mean. Friends, if you have really liked the video, then I request you to like it and share it among your friends and near and dear ones as well. Friends, if you have not subscribed the channel yet, I request you to subscribe the channel so that you may get the notifications of uploaded videos in coming days. Friends, while just closing this video, I just recall the lines stated by P.B. Shelley where he says, "Poetry is nothing but the record of the best and happiest moments of the happiest and best minds." So friends, you should always try to be the best. You should always try to be the happiest being on the earth. Friends, we will meet again. We will meet soon with different video on different topic and different concept. Friends, just till then, take care of yourself and be happy. Thank you.